All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Go.
I got him. That's me.
Yo, Cheetah. Go.
Here's Hines. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
We got 2.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
45. Watch the run, watch the run.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Yep. Set, go.
To throw on third down. Costello. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Get ready.
On first down, Costello. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready, ready.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Safety screaming.
Get it.
On first down, it's Hines. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
17-yard line.
Set, ready. 90 Wolf.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Coaching spill.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hit it.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Tight end right, tight end right. You got three down, three down.
Blue draw Corker.
Shit.
On second down now, it's Hines. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the kick by Bucker is good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Base.
Choose the line. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. No.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight go. Tight
80 weapons. Look, squeeze.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, team 6.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Check the backer.
Check, X3. 218, chopper.
Switch.
Shoot.
On first down, Hines. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Alert. 3 down.
They go.
Back to throw. Costello. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Check 3.
General West.
Check 43.
Ready.
This is Hines. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Naeem Hines. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
45. Mike, 45. Check.
Leo.
Wide. Get wide.
Now.
Passing. It's Dalton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Vikings
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Ready, ready!
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you, boy.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. It's caught. Smith. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On the
4
set.
yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go, baby. Shoot.
On the ground, it's Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Ready.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Hey, Alpha.
No, check that. We're on Mike 52 right here.
Fire.
Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run with Hines. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Looking to throw. Costello. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Ready.
52, Mike 52.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Shoot! I got you,
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A four-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. And Dalton to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On the gun, Dalton, and that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10 to 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Shift, watch the shift.
Showing it, showing it.
6-6, bullet high. Get it.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Go.
2nd and 1. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Three yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Echo.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
I got him.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I got you.
Look at me. Zip.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. All day, all day.
Buzz.
51's the mic.
It's coming this way, here we go.
Throwing on third and long. Costello. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. That's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Bravo!
45.
Now!
45.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. From the gun, Dalton under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Look at me. Score.
Switch gears.
Dalton, he's going to lock one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Got it.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check.
Score. Yeah.
Throwing, Dalton, and pressure gets to him again. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Check 24.
Joker.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton, and Diggs has it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 30 base.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Five.
Quick pass out to Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready, set.
52. Blue Dan. Hatchet.
Hard.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch.
Rock it. Lead grip.
So Dalton now. Open man is Ross, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Dalton. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now a run with Cook. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And Lobo. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, exit.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Come on. You better bring it. Shoot.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
Third down.
On the ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Squeeze.
52. Check, crunch.
Leo. Go.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Get him, boy. Get him,
Game
boy.
4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Vikings' 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Don't you choose the mic. It's our time. It's our time.
Topper. Get it.
And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now.
Back to throw. Costello. They'll set up the screen to Smith. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And it's a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he...
Stephon Diggs. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Big river.
They run again with Hines. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Xavier Woods on the tackle. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
45, Mike.
Yes.
Looking to throw. Costello. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
65.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They'll find Miller. That's That's complete. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons are going to get it at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. 45's the mic. Here we go, D.
Hey, wahoo. Hit it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
36.
Any weapon.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete. He finds Sharp. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Watch the safety creep. X3, 218, chopper.
Ito Smith, his first carry, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Vikings.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 26-yard line.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Dalton wants to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
So now Dalton, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Well, they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
At their 49-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sharp's got it, left side. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Costello. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Second and 8 at the 20-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Here I come again.
Here's 2nd and 8. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Atlanta, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.